Listen, what if the missing piece in your success plan wasn't strategy or systems or even the perfect opportunity? It was your relationship. This month, we're getting into a brand new conversation, one that has been in my head and heart for quite some time that I haven't yet taught about or spoken about in this way. And I'm really excited about it. I'm calling this series Relationship ROI. Okay. This is about unlocking the potential of your most important investment, which is your relationship. Now, while this series is geared toward the leader, entrepreneur, visionary, change maker, it is applicable to all of us. So if you're not an entrepreneur, you don't have your own business, don't tune out. Now is not the time. Your relationship is your most important investment in all of your success, in all of your dreams coming true. And as we start these discussions and go deeper into these discussions, you are going to find out why. And if you are a business owner, leader, visionary, change maker, then you absolutely want to tune in because these are the conversations that we are not having in our business coaching education classes. Sorry, I was turning my coffee warmer heat down. Uh, and they're the conversations we need to be having because our relationships are 100% connected to our success, our business success, the realization of our dreams. And that's what we're going to get into today. So let me officially welcome you to yet another Catalyst conversation in the relationship revolution, where we challenge the unquestioned assumptions about love and flip the script on what we've been taught, revealing the truth that no one has told you so we can unlock a whole new paradigm of relationships, one that anchors in consciousness and empowerment and results in the kind of relationship that most people only dream of. So today we are exposing one of the most overlooked assets in our business or our professional success, our life success, and that is our intimate partnership. We have been told that our love life is separate from our success, right? Like personal and professional are different. Leave the professional in the professional, leave the personal at home. That your personal life is personal and private and it doesn't or shouldn't affect your business. And that's a load of bullshit. When you are the visionary behind your dreams, nothing is separate. This is what we're getting into today. Why it's not separate, how it's not separate, what you need to know so that you can realize and unlock that ROI. Before we get into the really good stuff, let me introduce myself for any of you who may be new to me or to these Catalyst conversations. My name is Dr. Jenny Wallig. I am an award-winning relationship mentor, speaker, author, educator, and I am a disruptor. Okay, I am here to shift and change and challenge the way people do relationships, leadership, and love. I am determined to make this world a better place through more conscious and evolved relationships. I work alongside my partner and soulmate, Calvin O'Seeley. I am the co-founder with him of Powerful Love Relationships and co-creator of a 3-pillar Powerful Love method, which is our proven path to saving, healing, and radically improving your relationship, even if your partner's not doing the work alongside you. Yeah, real stuff. In these Catalyst conversations, and actually in all of the work we do at Powerful Love, the goal isn't just to teach you how to do relationships better. It is to redefine how relationships work, to unlock their potential, and to empower you, fellow visionary, to create a relationship that fills your heart and fuels your dreams. Ready? Let's get into it. So, the other day, I I didn't wake up. I did wake up the other day. No, the other day, Cal and I had gotten into a conflict, one of our rare conflicts, and it destroyed my day. And I know that for a lot of people, when their relationship isn't working, if this is you, if your relationship is struggling, right? You're probably waking up already tired, really having to like work hard to try to keep your focus. But I want you to imagine something different because this is what I know is possible. This is what I live 99% of the time. Waking up every morning with a quiet confidence that everything is aligned, that your partner sees you and supports you and believes in your next big move. The weight of your leadership, the weight of your dreams, of the how, of the path in front of you to get to where you want to go feels lighter because you know you're not carrying this alone. You look over at their sweet face and you feel so connected and energized and safe. Because of that safety, you're bolder in your business decisions. You move faster. You're clearer with your boundaries. You know who you are. And there's this joy that keeps fueling your momentum. That is the ROI of relationships that are working for you. And it is a secret edge of success that I don't hear anybody else talking about. Listen, as I said earlier, your relationship is not separate from your success. In fact, I would argue it is your most powerful, impactful, and most under-leveraged asset. Okay? So I want to share four truths that I think are really relevant in this conversation. First of all, energy is everything to our success, right? Energy is everything. But what happens when our relationship isn't working well? It freaking drains our energy. Okay? A connected partnership, when you and your partner are connected and things are going well, is like a nervous system upgrade. It relaxes our nervous system and it takes our body literally less energy to move through our life. We're spending less energy hypervigilant, keeping ourselves protected, um, double thinking, second guessing, worrying. It just having a connected and like stable partnership is going to free up a ton of energy for you that you need for your business or for your career, for your family, for any and all of your dreams, my friend, right? When you are regulated and resourced, you have so much more to give, and your business, your success will grow. We know this from its opposite, right? From how hard it is to be successful when we are feeling drained. Now, I'm just talking about a relationship that is connected and stable. What about when you have a relationship that feeds you, that fuels you, that inspires you, right? What about when you have a relationship where home becomes your sanctuary and your recharge, where you and your partner spend time together having fun, laughing and connecting and experiencing the sweetness of a shared life together. That, that is what fills our cup. It's not just about stopping the drain. Stopping the drain is huge when there is a drain, but I'm talking about so much more than that, my friend. I am talking about investing in your relationship so that the ROI is not just a hitting a baseline, right? That it's you're just at the black. I'm talking about ROI where you are like you've got wild profit margins, that the numbers language is not my thing, right? But bear with me, okay? So that like the cost benefit, the cost is so much lower than the benefit. You are getting a return on investment that is so huge for what you put in, and you get all this output, and all of that output feeds and fuels the rest of your life. That is energy. That is the untapped potential of our relationships, and it is in front of you if you know how to use it, which is what we go into in the work that we do with our clients. Okay. So here's another thing to think about. When you have support like the access to support, I'll say it this way, access to support is going to sharpen your clarity and accelerate your momentum, right? Access to support is going to sharpen your clarity and accelerate your momentum. Being seen and backed by your partner, having them like believe in you and your dreams and what you're trying to do, that's going to make you braver. It's going to help you feel more confident in trusting your intuition and your inner guidance as you move toward what you know you're being called toward, right? It's going to help you move faster because you're not going to have to, you know, check it over with them or convince them or get them on board because it's just there. And so and you're going to be less burdened by the doubt, by the second guessing. My mentor says, money loves speed, right? And I think success loves speed. It loves fast action and quick course correction. But when our relationships don't feel like they're supporting us, or our partner doesn't get the journey that we're on, and they're doubting us, or they're afraid for us, or they're you know, questioning and criticizing our decisions and our risk taking, then that is going to slow us down. And it is going to affect our momentum, the speed at which we reach our success and build our businesses or reach our dreams. So that support, having a relationship that truly supports us, sharpens our clarity and accelerates our momentum. Here's the third thing I want to say. Your relationship sets your ceiling, my friend. Okay. The safety, intimacy, and joy that you experience at home is going to raise your capacity. If you do not know how to receive joy and intimacy and safety, if you don't know how to experience your power, your sovereignty, your boldness at home. These are all things that are essential in building our business, in following our dreams, in going after our purpose, our big, bold, as another mentor of mine calls it, our moon shots, right? Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you land amongst the stars, kind of thing. Like that, we need that. And as much as we might try to do our own mindset work, our business coaching, our expansion, try to climb the corporate ladder, whatever it is that you're doing to reach success, I promise that who you be, who you are, how you experience yourself at home is going to cap that. It's going to set a ceiling. You've got to bust through that ceiling. You've got to find a way to parallel what you desire to create in your personal success story with what you desire to experience in your personal love story, because it takes you are the common denominator between both. And frankly, it's actually in many ways harder because of the way that our relationship affects our nervous system and our sense of safety in the world. Certainly our business, our careers, our dreams, they do that too. They activate some shit within us. But our partnerships, man, if your partnership is not challenging you like consistently to to work through your rough edges, to grow, to expand, to become even better and um more patient, more resilient, more understanding, more compassionate, more honest, more you, then your relationship is not doing what it's supposed to do. That's part of the divine purpose of our relationships, my friends. But the part of the drawback of that is that it is fucking hard, right? It is challenging. It challenges our nervous system. It challenges our sense of self. It challenges our egos. It challenges our traumas, our triggers, our past shit. Like, and that's beautiful and good because it gives us opportunities to heal all of that when it's activated. Because it's activated. And as we heal and grow and learn how to do our relationships and create something really extraordinary at home, we have so much more that we can give to our success, to our dreams, to our businesses. That is where the work is actually going to be, I would argue, the most challenging. As an entrepreneur, I know, like, the 3 most growth-inducing life experiences one could have are getting into a lifelong committed relationship or relationships. I don't wanna exclude my fellow non-monogamous folks out there. Um, Getting into business, like being an entrepreneur, and becoming a freaking parent, okay? Cal calls those the trifecta of maximum human experience. And if you're in business with your partner, like, d come on. Like, it has being in business with Cal has 100% affected, like, or no, let me say it this way, has 100% invited a next level of growth for us. Okay, like, our relationship went from unbearable to unbelievable, and that's why we started Powerful Love, but then starting Powerful Love required and continues to require that we get even better, stronger, that we invest even more seriously in our partnership, because when you're in partnership, like business partnership with your partner, with your spouse, um, that's a whole other ballgame, right? That it is a necessity. It is, I would argue, like, essential to all of our success. But if you're if you're in a business together, it is like, you can't not work on your relationship. Anyways, that was a side tangent I didn't mean to go on. Back on track, Jenny. Back on track. Okay, so here's the last thing that I want to share. Truth number 4, shift number 4, however we want to call it. The way you lead love is the way that you lead everything everywhere. Like I said, your relationship with your life partner or partners, with your significant others, with your spouse, that relationship is by design probably going to be the most challenging your relationship that you have, followed by your children and then by your business, okay? But relationships are relationships are relationships. Learning to lead in love, learning to lead in your relationship, learning the sophisticated skill set of effective, loving relationships is going to change who you are, right? By default, by necessity, it changes who you be, and it just becomes how you do relationships. You lead with love, you lead with sovereignty, you lead with power, with courage, with consciousness. That's a big word that you're going to hear me talk about a lot. Lead with consciousness. If you can do that in your intimate partner relationship, you can do that with your kids. You can do that with your business. You can do that with yourself in your internal healing work. In fact, that is another necessary component to learning how to do it in your relationship with your partner or any other relationship. It's going to help how you lead your team, how you work with your clients, how you work with your contractors, how you speak with your boss or your colleagues, your family of origin, your friends. Like, these skills are the blueprint to all of your interpersonal relationship success, and your interpersonal relationships are the foundation to your success in every other area of your life, because nobody is successful on their own. We are wired and programmed and created for community and connection as human beings, and no one builds an empire, builds a legacy on their own. Like, we need clients and customers. We need employees and contractors. We need mentors and coaches. We need community and friends. Like, we need to be successful. And yet, no one teaches us how to do this. Except that's what I want to do. That's what I am doing. Okay. Teaching people how to do this. This is what I want you to learn, is how to do this, and how to do this really well, because it is going to open up the floodgates of your success in every area. And sure, you'll still need the strategy. You're still going to need the mentors. You're still going to need the sales skills. You're still going to need whatever else. And I'm willing to bet you're working on getting those things. But that maybe you haven't been giving the time and attention or investing even the finances or the learning in your relationship, which is why it is a key asset to your success that you're probably overlooking. Hence the title of this episode. Okay. So another example, I was working with a client. This is a client, we'll call him Dylan, just the other day. And well, just last week, I'll say actually, because my story was the other day. I think my story was several weeks ago, but Dylan was like last week. Does it matter? No. Okay. So I was working with Dylan last week, and he had gotten into a conflict with his wife, and he was at work, and he could not focus. He was already behind. He was falling further behind, and he sent me a message. He was going to cancel our session because he's like, I am like, I can't work. I spent the last 3 hours just thinking about this situation and worrying about what's going to happen when I get home and how long this is going to last. Stuff from the past of their relationship was getting activated. It felt like, oh God, here we go again. Now I'm going to go home to this, and it's go on for this. And how do I, and like, he was just like, his brain was freaking out because these conflicts have been so painful. And he's like, and I'm already behind on my work, and I'm falling more behind because of this. So I can't meet with you today. And I was like, Dylan, this is exactly why we should meet today, because figuring out how to move through this more consciously and effectively so that you can stop the energy drain, or at least slow it down, get some more energy back, not start to downward spiral, because it's really easy for this to downward spiral, right? For him to like feel really behind, stay late at work. His wife gets more upset because he's late at work. He comes home, they argue more. He can't concentrate the next day. Now he has to work the weekend. And now she's more upset, right? Like so fast. Like, let's not do that. That's the old pattern. Let's stop it and do something different and figure out how to move forward in a more conscious and empowered way so that we can lead your relationship to where you want it to go and how you want it to go differently based on how you're responding in this moment. And so we met, and sure as shit, things got better. He was like, this has never happened before. That the conflict was able to resolve in just a few hours. I was like, yeah, that's the power of the work that you're doing. That's the power of learning how to lead your relationship. And it's what we do inside of our containers at Powerful Life. So this is the kind of thing that happens when you start to integrate this, when you get good at leveraging the investment that you've already made in the relationship that is your primary relationship or relationships, right? You've already invested a lot, time, money, energy, life, commitment, family, right, into this relationship. And then we coast. And I heard a quote, something like, coasting is the killer of momentum, something like that, right? And I thought it was really clever. I should find it. But it's true. It's true in our relationships too. And what we also don't talk about in relationships is that if you're, this is a belief that I have. This is what I have found in my own relationship and in working with other people. If you are not actively working to continue momentum, going up, expanding, improving, growing your relationship is slowly going down. It is eroding away into disconnection and disharmony. And what so many people do is they're in the disharmony, and then they work on it, it gets better, and then they coast, and then they roller coaster down, and then gets up and then down, and we got this. We don't want this, right? We want this lovely upward spiral with, maybe there's some course correction in between. That's normal, but we want to keep going up, don't we? That's what I'm about. So when you treat your relationship like the success asset that it is, you get more time, you get more trust, you get more energy, you get more support. Everything starts to expand and improve. You get to build a life where your business is not costing you your love. It is expanding because of the love that you have co-created at home. You become the kind of leader who not only knows how to leave, but knows how to receive, how to be supported and is supported. And then you become wildly unstoppable, my friend. If you're inside the relationship revolution, we are going to be doing a relationship ROI inventory this week. It's going to be really good, really helpful. I want y'all to really get clear on how this investment that you're making in your relationship can and will fuel your dreams and the next steps that you can take to do even more of that. And also like look at where it may be holding you back and how to course correct. So it's going to be really good. Don't miss it. Keep an eye out for it. If you are not in the relationship revolution yet, and you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, so the relationship revolution, this is a monthly membership for women and partners, couples who are done doing relationships the old way. They are committed, they are devoted to improving their relationship and creating that upward spiral I was talking about. This work is not therapy, y'all. This is strategy and disruption and evolution, right? The stuff that we have been missing in our relationships, tools, support, structure, community, so that you can lead your relationship powerfully, effectively, and expand everything in your life, even if your partner's not on board yet. Okay. The founding member rate is still available. We're building this community, but we're building it slowly. And that's okay by me because it's deeper, more intimate work right now. And it's going to continue to stay deep because that's the only way I do. It's $97. I'm not sure when the $97 price is going to go away, but I'm playing with the idea of moving to the standard membership price of $147, $157, something like that in September. So this may be the last month to come in at the founding member rate. You don't want to miss it. It's really good and life-changing. If you want to get in, if you want to do this work and start learning how to lead your relationship more powerfully within a container of support and opportunities to move from just learning about it to actually practicing it, doing it, applying it, the relationship revolution is where you need to be. So that's it for today's conversation. Remember, all month long, all month August, we are going into relationship ROI conversations, how to unlock the most important investment of your life, which is your relationship. I will see you next Friday for that conversation, 12:30 Pacific. Until then, keep leading with love. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more transformational content. It really does make a difference. And don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Your support helps me continue creating content that can change lives. And if this resonated with you, share it with someone else who may need to hear it, because we are all in this together. Let's spread the love, my friends.